Welcome, welcome. Hey, girls. Stay going. We live. We should be on Facebook, and hopefully we're on Facebook somewhere. People start asking questions or whatever. I bring the questions up.
Okay.
But today we got the $1 million cleaning business coach in the building, everybody.
Right.
The $1 million cleaning business coach. Now explain. Say your name for me, because I'm
just like, look, I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else.
Stuff.
Just like to drink. Okay, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Okay,
all right. Just making sure I don't butcher nobody's stuff. Tequila, Jarrett.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Welcome to the show, babe. Oh man, it's a pleasure to have you here. For everybody that doesn't know this young lady, please explain to everybody just a little bit about who you are, the name of your business, and just give them a little brief backstory on you.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for having me. I follow you guys on YouTube. Your videos are absolutely hilarious to me. Y'all have a good time building your business, and that's how it should be. So thank you for having me here. And happy holidays to everybody. Yes. I am Tequila Jarrett. I'm from the Chicagoland area, y'all. So I'm up here in the cold, okay? It is definitely cold here today.
Chi-town in the building.
Okay. Yeah, Chi-town. I started my business back in 2002, y'all. I was 22 years old. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a journey. So I operated for 17 and a half years, and I sold it in 2019. And in 2019 is when I started WJWK Consultants. And the way I came with that name is my company was called We Just Want to Cleaning Contractors. So the WJWK comes from We Just Want to Clean.
I love it.
Yeah.
So what did you specialize in? Just contractors? Do you have any employees?
So yes. So my business operated employee model. We had contractors. So let me tell you why I added the cleaning contractors. So you know how we always talk about this name thing, right? Mm-hmm. So my business was, I'm going to spell it out. It was WEJUSWANNAKLEAN. Okay, so I was 22 when I started it. Okay. The name was fun.
That's what it sounds like. Yes,
but it wasn't spelled right. It was all wrong, okay? And nobody could find me because they would literally be looking for We Just Want to Clean. And I was like, wait a minute. This don't really sound professional. So I added the cleaning contractors once I actually structured my business. So I operated with employees and contractors when needed, but my main model was employee model. And from 2002 to 2012, we operated only residential. 2012 September, I got my first commercial. We transitioned from commercial and residential in 2014, and from 2014 to 2019, we only did commercial.
Okay, so let's talk about it, because I get these questions all the time.
Okay.
You started off with residential. What made you just stop residential and just full commercial from 2012 on up to 2019?
Okay, so it's really crazy how I got my first commercial contract. Now, let me just draw this picture for you, okay? It's a 22-story building in downtown Chicago. It was the Lawson House YMCA, the largest YMCA in Chicago. My residential client was the executive director of the YMCA. So as you know, anytime we go somewhere, we hear somebody talking about cleaning, our ears do this, right? Yep. So she was on the phone and she was talking to somebody, and she was like, man, I wish I could get them in my building. I was like, what's she talking about? So when she got off the phone, I was like, hey, Miss Johnson. And that's funny, her name is Miss Johnson. I'm like, hey, Miss Johnson, I wasn't meaning to be in your conversation or nothing, but you said you need us in your building. Well, what building, are you talking about? And she was like, well, I'm the director of the Lawson House. And I was like, the Lawson House? I didn't know what that was. She was like, the YMCA downtown. I was like, wait, so, I go to Google. I'm like, Lawson House YMCA. I'm like, oh. It's like, okay. And she was like, and we really need a new cleaning company. The service we got is terrible. She's like, you know what? Why don't you come down? Let me show you the building, And I was like, okay. Mind you, I'm 8 months pregnant.
No.
Woo. Okay.
We gotta talk about that.
You did the walk. I know you ain't clean that building.
Nah. Listen, I would have to pull my mama up here to tell this story. Okay, I had about 23 people on the day we started with my mama, my dad, my auntie. When I say I found any and everybody, okay, we got it started, and I actually held that contract for 3 years.
Wow, that's
so crazy. It's a long story behind it, but I really liked commercial, right? Once I got that contract, and I was like, I think I want to come over here, right? So we did the houses and the commercial for almost 2 years together. And I left residential and went all commercial. And I honestly felt like for me, it was a mistake.
Whoa.
Why? Let's talk about that. Why do you feel like it was a mistake?
So, and this is just my experience and my opinion, and everybody's gonna have different ones, right? Commercial cutthroat. It's cutthroat over here.
Yeah, it's very cutthroat.
It's cutthroat. Residential is more relationship based, right? And once people find somebody that they trust, that they know, that they like, they're not gonna let you go. You'll have them clients forever. Because one thing is people don't like cleaning their houses, and people gonna pay for what they don't want to do.
That's right. That's right.
That's true.
Yeah. Now, so once you find your people over on the residential side, them your people.
You good. You ain't got to worry about it. And then it's like we had residential people that'll tell us whenever one of the clients might slip them a card, one of our cleaners might slip a card to them, they'll let us know. They'll be honest with us and be like, oh, you better watch this girl. But all in all, it's cutthroat with residential and commercial. We've seen it in both areas, and it all boils down to, like what you say, relationships, having a strong relationship with your client. We had a commercial client, one of our biggest commercial clients. One of our contractors got inside his email, pitching the services and stuff. And he sent the email straight to me. And we're like, damn, Shawty, you gonna do us like that?
Yeah. And
it always be the ones. You don't think you do it. It always be the ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
They definitely will.
So you had a bad I wouldn't say a bad experience. You had a good experience with commercial, but you decided to go back to residential because somebody was like, what exactly was it? They was being cutthroat?
No. So I was answering the question as when I said, when I made the mistake of letting go of all of my residential, right? So what I did was I sold the commercial side of the business in 2019, right? Okay. When I transitioned out in 2014, I literally broke off my sectors of my residential and I gave it to my cleaners and I helped them. And to this day, for example, Gina, she's still cleaning. She got a bunch of the clients that I gave her, and she's not looking to build a business. So she is just literally cleaning by herself, and she got like 20 clients, and she eat really well off them people. So that's what I did was I broke the business up, and I kind of just gave it to them. Them girls have been with me, right? They didn't deserve for me to just say, hey, I'm shutting this part of the business down. And the customers was like, well, what about us?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, y'all, I gotta focus over here. Like, this is where I want to be, So now I'm like, I want my clients back. Give me back my clients.
You did that crazy. You literally did the same thing we did.
Yeah.
We literally did that. But not with residential, with Airbnb clients.
Okay.
You know, and this is one of the things when I tell my students, don't make emotional decisions. You know, you got to make data driven decisions, because we didn't really, you know, look at the data, look at the numbers to see whether this is even smart. And this is a lot of money, you know, and when you're used to a lot of money coming in, you're like, I'm gonna be all right. Be good. We always have walkthroughs. We'll get that back. Baby. It was rough. But I don't regret it. Everybody that we gave those clients to, they still got their clients too.
Nice.
You know, and they don't want to. It was the same scenario. They didn't want to build a big business. They just wanted to clean their own accounts, be accountable for their own stuff, and that is it. Okay, so it's a learning lesson. It's an learning lesson. You know,
I definitely got to talk to you, Tequila. Now, listen here. You started your business when you were 22 years old, right? Okay, let's dive into that. Like, what train of thought? Like, what was your mindset at 22 years old, saying, you know what, I'm gonna start a cleaning business?
Yeah, because you know we didn't have it wasn't like it is now. Back then,
the information
now it's cool to be a business owner.
You're easy now.
My 22-year-old, I was probably clubbing it back then. I wasn't thinking about being a business owner. That was far out of my league. What I was thinking about doing.
No, you right. Now, don't get me wrong. Okay, the reason why I'm now helping others do their thing is because I spent my 20s making a whole lot of money and spending it as soon as I made it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I don't want to put it out there like that, y'all. But yeah, that's what I did. So I had a job at a collection agency, and I would go to work every day. And I honestly felt like I was way smarter than my supervisor, right? And I was like, I don't like this job. We used to call people to collect on credit cards, but I would watch people's cars get repoed out the parking lot. People would be on the phone crying, you know, like, man, I want to pay it. I just don't. And I just could not sit here in this job no more. I'm just like, I'm not for these companies and what they doing, right? I hear the people that I'm talking to. So I would go home every day and I would be like, I don't like my job, but I knew I needed a job, right? So my dad was like, listen, you love to clean. I don't know nobody that clean as good as you. Why don't you just start a cleaning business? I was like, you know what? Never thought about it. So we sat down, and I was actually in school in undergrad for marketing at Roosevelt University. And I said, hey, I'll put this degree to use. Let's see what I could do. So we sat down, came up with a name. We just want to clean. What you want to do? We just want to clean. That's it. Couldn't get no simpler than that. We just want to clean. So that was the name of the business. So what I did, y'all, I made some flyers and I went to church. I went to a big church, and we had been in that church forever. So everybody knew me. And I just kind of started asking people, hey, let me just clean your house. Give me a review on how I did. I had 3 people let me do it. When I tell you, them was the first 3 houses and the last 3 houses that I've ever cleaned for free.
Yes.
What
when I say the people that signed up for the free cleanings.
See, you learn real quick that, like, I told my daughter, because when she wanted to start her cleaning business, she wanted to do the little free. We always want to do the free thing first. I said, you better put a limit to it. You're gonna do a free hour, 2 hours, you know, put a limit to it, because they're gonna drag you.
I was 22 though. I was 22, Miss Johnson. I ain't know that free limit part, right? I think I was there from 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Okay. But when I finished, I had to finish the job because I knew that the transformation and the letter that they wrote, I literally took that letter and I put it in plastic. It got a couple stains on it, but I still got it to this day. It was one of the pastors at my church, and y'all, that letter got me clients, literally off that letter. And that's how I started building my business. So I just started getting clients, and my thing was, every time I got a client, I pushed why they needed me to be back within 14 days. That was my one thing that I stressed. Why you need me back here in 14 days.
Message.
So my goal was to build a business off of bi-weekly clients. That was my only focus. Did I take everybody else? Yes. But the fastest, easiest way to build a residential business is off of those people that's going to go every 14 days, every 2 weeks. So that's all I focused on.
That's right.
After they got their house clean, I'm calling them. I'm sending them messages. Hey, coming up to your 2 weeks. Like, it's time to get back on my books. And eventually it just started to become routine. Like they was like, hey, can I get in 2 weeks? And then I started putting the systems to automatically get them into that mindset of this is something you need in your life every 2 weeks. Just like you go get that nail appointment, it's time for that fill in, it's time for this re-clean. That's how I pushed it.
Hey, we need to be put on the flyer.
You know what?
Yeah, that's a good
one. Go ahead. I'll give it to you.
That's all you. That's all you. Oh
that's
my God.
Right. You get the nails bi-weekly. You need your house bi-weekly.
You really do though. If you think about your home, after that first 7 days, the house stay pretty clean, right? Like the bathrooms, the dust is maintained. But after about that 10th day, you like, man, I need to clean these toilets. I need to clean this tub. I need to clean. It need a good cleaning again.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't want to do that. It's our turn. We coming back in.
That's
Let us get it clean again. Okay.
Okay, I love it. So then you say that you sold your company. Like, how did you go about doing that? Like, who did you talk to? Like, how did it even come about?
So Clarence, y'all. Clarence is and I say this to this day. Clarence tell me, I tell him. He say I changed his life. I say you made me who I am today, right? So life happened to me. Okay, this a moment of transparency here. I became a mom. Okay, and in 2012. And it didn't go the way I had envisioned. Okay, and I wasn't able to deal with that because this is everything that I didn't want. Right. So when I say depression took over everything and like it just didn't matter to me no more. Right. I was missing emails. Even my staff was like, man, what's up? Yeah. And I'm just like, and I talked to Clarence. I said, Clarence, I don't really want to do this no more. I'd rather just take my degrees and go get me a job. Right. I got a master's. Like I went to school, paid over $100,000. I'm just going to go to work. He like, well, what you going to do with the bit? I said, you know what? And just let the clients, get them ample notice. And he was like, no, you won't. I was like, what? He was like, sell it to me? I'm like, Clarence, you don't know how to run no business. He was like, I literally been here with you. I started at the YMCA. I'm literally your right hand. Like, you teach me. Like, don't just. Yeah. So I said, okay, let me figure out how to do this. So I found a lawyer that does business valuations. And we looked at all of the contracts that I had. Now, mind you, at this time I had about 270,000 in contracts that had been in operation for at least 3 years, right? So I wanted to make sure that the stuff that everything was going to go with him with the business, but I really wanted the money for the things that I knew was going to be there with you. Like the contracts that he bought, he still got today. Some of the smaller ones that weren't the big contracts, he don't have all of those, but our big ones, he still got them. So I went to an attorney. He drew up all of the documents that we did the valuation of the business. Now, the one thing that I wasn't able to do was get my money right up front because he didn't have it right up front, right? And we didn't want to do the whole loan things and all of that, but I trusted him enough to make me 12 monthly payments. And at the end of that 12 months, I had $92,000. Wow. So I sold my business for $92,000.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay,
so so the lawyer is who came up with the $92,000.
Yeah, so he did the valuation of the business, review all of the contracts. He looked at like all the payments. He had to look at all the bank stuff. Went through like all of my taxes, made sure like everything was transferring with the business was up to date. Like everything, the lawyer, I paid him to make sure that when he took over and the business transferred. Now he did change the name, so now the name is Morgan Professional Cleaning Services. So he didn't keep it. And actually, hold on, I couldn't even keep it. We just want to clean because I got audited by the IRS and they told me you either gonna shut this business down or you gonna pay us our money.
Yeah. I tell you, so that was actually a smart move. Then you moved everything to something new.
Okay.
Well, actually, before I did that, so this is another one of the things that depressed me was that I had to change. Now, this happened in 2015 with the IRS. I had my own person. This how you know when you in deep shit with the IRS. When you got your own person, if they call you, you know their name and you call them directly. I ain't never had to call. I always had to call the 1-800 number. I got my own person. I feel like I don't want to be this special over here with y'all, okay?
No, man. Damn.
The total that I owed them was about $27,000. And they told me that you can pay us the $27,000. You can shut down this operation and we will forego the $27,000, but it was still like 14 that I had to pay them because that was my portion that I didn't send in, right? So I shut down We Just Want to Clean. I let all of my customers know I was doing a name change, right? I was restructuring the business. So they never knew I got in trouble with the IRS. They just knew I was restructuring the business. So I sent them out all new W-9s. I sent them all new letters from the business with the new name, the new everything, and I had to completely shut down. I could no longer operate as We Just Want to Clean. So now it was MDW Facility Services, and that's my son's acronyms for his name. But it just didn't. I had built We Just Want to Clean since 2002, and now in 2015, here come MDW Facility Services. Nobody knows this. When I tell y'all the depression hit me hard. From the child to the IRS, then I got audited by the workman's comp company. Like when I tell you I had everything that could possibly happen to me happened to me. So all the stuff that people say you can get by with doing it, and believe you me, you think they won't come get you, they come get you. I'm proof that they come get
you. Message, because you got a whole lot of entrepreneurs out here in the business streets doing it.
I hope and pray that y'all paying attention. I don't think we live because ain't nobody on here, but I'm gonna blast this part right here out.
Okay.
Because we stress them audits from the insurance companies, from the damn IRS. I ain't never been audited from the IRS yet. Knock on wood.
Don't knock on wood because you don't ever want to have to deal with them people. I guarantee you.
From what my tax preparer tells us, it can happen to anybody. So
it can happen to anybody.
Like hell, I just got audited. I'm a tax preparer. She says so. Nobody ain't safe.
Nobody is exempt. Nope.
Do pay your damn taxes.
That's why I say do right, because you don't. When I say them people fine tooth combed every document they require to me, I said, look at it right there. I say they say bring copies. I said, oh, you gonna keep them? Okay. I'm gonna go to the car and I'm gonna pray, and then y'all don't send me back a bill that's gonna be so high, because I already know that I was trying to be slick.
I
already knew it. So,
and see, that really makes that makes the coaches, like, we're coaches now, so that really makes it better, because we can coach from experience. You got a little bit more passion when you telling them to pay them damn taxes versus, you going and getting you a coach that has never done this before whatsoever. They took a course and now they coaching. It's different. It's totally different. I'm telling you.
Got to keep it real with these people. Not only, now they have the BOI they have to worry about. They can't just
start more.
You got people getting that PPP loan, all types of stuff. They can't do that no more.
Yeah, we did an interview with Joy Hunt. Mm-hmm. She's a lawyer.
Okay, I saw that one.
Yeah, and she was talking about having 2 LLCs, right? And I literally went on her website to see whether she actually got 2 LLCs for everything, and she do. Mm-hmm. She got 2 LLCs for every little thing. I said, why? And she was like, because business is shady. Mm-hmm. It's so unpredictable. You don't know what's gonna happen. Right. You talking about building multi-million. Mm-hmm. So the bigger it is, the bigger the payroll, the more lives that is going to affect from your poor decision making, right? Mm-hmm. So you slip up, you can really cause a lot of damage to a lot of lives if they shut you down. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So you know, she's saying like that one LLC is like a backup, and she said get the LLC and just let it age.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't I didn't do a LLC. I was actually a corporation. So I was a C corp with an S corp election, which just worked better for my business. So I had an so this is just something that somebody told me, a really wealthy business owner here in Chicago. She said, you want to get you somebody that know the old tax rules too. Oh. So my accountant looked like Santa Claus.
Look like who?
Santa Claus.
Hey, you ain't lying, baby. Get you one of them I've been in business for 50 years.
Yeah. And know all of the loopholes and know all of because they don't really change them. They just keep adding to them, right? Like the things that you can do. But it's so much that we don't know like about the different structures. And it's one thing that I see, like, and I tell people, I said, don't just focus on like LLC, like educate yourself because there's more entities, right? It's you can, and we always hear double taxation when we think about a corporation. But all you do is S corp election, and the S corp election, the profits just run through you when you file your 1040. I mean, when you file your actual taxes, your 1040, as the owner of the organization. So it's not a double taxation, but it's so many benefits on the corporation side.